Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Um, I don't know how to begin this because today is the day that I'm going to be telling you guys more about the diagnosis, and it's been a journey to get up to this point where I feel more comfortable to tell you, you know, what I've been diagnosed with, what's happened, and it's not easy for me to say it. It's not easy for me to talk about it. Um, if you guys know me and if you guys been watching my videos, I tell you guys that there's a lot of power to words. Words are very powerful. So I don't want to repeat words that are not, beneficial, and that's what I teach you guys. But if I'm going to fulfill my mission and my purpose in this, in sharing what's happened to me so that I can help you, then I'm brave enough to do it. So, again, guys, it's not easy for me to say it, but this whole journey and what has been happening to me has one word. And that word is, what the doctors said that they found in me. That was cancer. I mean, just even saying the word out loud to me, it's like, is this even real? Is this even happening to me? And it's kind of hard, to even hear it myself, and to be here and tell you guys the word. That was the forbidden word that I've told you guys for so many weeks that I just didn't want to say, that I didn't want to hear from the doctors. But that's the word. They found cancer in me. And I thank God that I went to the doctor when I went to the doctor, because I was able to stay alive. I was able to stay alive. Sorry, guys. I was able to stay alive. I went to the doctor. I say it all the time now. I went to the doctor at the right time. Had I not gone to the doctor when I went to the doctor, would I even be here to tell you my story? Would I even be here? Maybe not. Maybe not. And it's been an emotional roller coaster. It's been absolutely insane, and I don't even know what words to put onto it, but it's been definitely an emotional roller coaster. Some days I was just in shock, some days I was just processing the information, some days I was crying, sad, and I think right now, really, did this happen to me? And how? And then you start to question how? How could this happen to me? Was it foods that I ate? Was it stress? Was it not having enough movement in my life? What? What could have caused that? And again, guys, a diagnosis like this, it doesn't just affect the person who has been diagnosed. It affects everyone around the person. And not only does it affect me, right? and the people around me, like family, friends, and you get to see who your friends are during this time and who your family is. But it also takes an effect that you become the communicator of, oh my God, I've been diagnosed with this thing called cancer. And that within itself is a process, because you start to think, how do I even say this to the people that I love, to the people around me, my friends, my family, your mom, your dad? Like, how do you even say that? How will they take it? I mean, you would assume that it would give people that feeling of crying, like, oh my God, are they going to be okay? Like, cancer, like, people die from that, God forbid, right? But I am alive, guys, and I'm here to tell you my story. I want to give you my testimony of this journey and every part of it, because I'm still alive, and I feel like there's a purpose to why this is happening to me, and why God even implanted the idea to me that I needed to share this here with you guys. So that's basically what the doctors diagnosed me with. They said it was cancer. And I can tell you that there has been so many different phases so far in this journey of me learning that I had it, of me like feeling the symptoms, like I told you guys in the other videos, the different symptoms that I had. Different phases in when the doctors didn't even know that's what it was, because when I went to the first medical facility and I told them about the pain and I went to the emergency room, they said, they did the sonogram, they found the mass. It was a pretty big mass inside of me, and they said, they sent me home, which I thought was incredible to me. I'm like, how can you send me home with pain and knowing that I have such a big mass inside of me? But that's what they did. And, around that time, that's when during Thanksgiving, like I told you guys in the other video, I received a call where the doctor says, I want to talk to you privately. Because remember, my brother was on the other line, but she wanted to talk to me separately. And I said, yeah, you can tell me in front of him. She was like, oh no, I'd like to talk to you privately. That's where she said, we think it's a type of cancer. And I thought to myself, no, not me. This isn't happening to me. No. I thought, cancer? Huh. No. It's like, imagine someone tells you that, you're like in a total state of shock. It's kind of hard to process. And she says, how are you? How are you feeling? Like, how are you taking this? And I said, I'm fine. I gotta keep moving. I remember, I'm like, I gotta keep moving. And I was really in shock. I thought, no way. I'm like, I'm doing laundry today, and she's telling me this. I'm like, cancer? And then, you think about death, and you're like, dying? No. Keep moving, do your laundry. That's what I thought. Keep moving, do your laundry. And I'm telling you guys, a lot of foods cause our diseases and things like that diseases that are named in the world, but they're just a symptom of something that we are doing or consuming. And that day, funny enough, in relation to all these health changes that I've been going through with what I consume, with the vegetables that I consume. And I challenge you guys to also make it a habit to consume vegetables in each of your meals. Consume vegetables in your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, even evening, and make it a habit. Make it a habit, because who is used to, this is a side note, and we'll get back to the other part, but who is used to just opening up the fridge and grabbing a cucumber and, saying, you know what, I'm gonna have a cucumber, I feel a little bit hungry. Are we used to that? Most of us are not. I wasn't used to that myself. But after what has happened to me and being diagnosed with such a thing, and knowing, if you do your own research, that a lot of foods can cause this disease in your body, this is like, you're not at ease. I said I need to make a change. So funny enough, we're getting back to the doctor. When she told me that, I didn't want to eat that day. Funny enough, I guess in the mix of like hearing the news, the shock, and just wanting to stay busy and alive and going, I didn't eat that day. I fasted. When did I eat? Like very late. Very late I ate. Can't even remember what it was that I ate, but I ate very late. Later on in that day, I did everything I had to do, and I just fasted for the whole day. I didn't want food. And sometimes, guys, we don't need food. And I know you may wonder, like, hey, LaRuby, you do need food. Yeah, I know, I get it. Food is a great producer of energy for us, and especially when we choose the right foods. But sometimes you don't need food. Sometimes you need thinking time. Sometimes you need to analyze what is happening to you and what can you do to be better? What can you do to be better, not only in life, but for your body? What can you do to take care of your body? What can you do to take care of your health? And funny enough, fasting is something that you can do to take care of your health. I'm sure you guys have heard of intermittent fasting. And I have to tell you guys, I have more for you with what has happened to me in this journey. And I'll tell you a little bit about it now. I don't feel that interest in food anymore that I had. That insane interest in food that I had. Like, oh my God, this is so tasty, this is so good. And like, I thought about food, and it could be a lot of things, because a lot of times we're just so stressed and we're going that you're automated into, oh, this food tastes so good and it's going to make me feel better. I'm so stressed, and that will ease away any worry, any stress, any pain. But really, did it ease away any stress or pain? Or did it just add some ease? Like, our body's not at ease with greasy foods, all the carbs and things like that. Your stomach is not at ease. And it's not to say that I'm taking this that has happened to me, which is big enough. I'm not gonna say this is like something small, because it's not. It's a big thing, and I'm glad I've had the attitude that I've had to handle it and continue with my everyday life the way I have, even after surgery. But the reality, the fact of the matter is that I'm like one with making better food choices. I'm one with that. It doesn't appeal to me to have all of these like greasy or carbs, greasy foods. Right now, I encourage you all to join me with the vegetables and the fruits. Of course, we'll add a protein or, we could add a small carb to our plate, but vegetables and fruits, and especially vegetables, have healing properties in them, and that will be great for us. As a lot of you guys have seen through my stories, I don't know if you follow, well, some of you are already following me on my Instagram, LaRuby Lopez. As you guys can see, I've been having a total lifestyle change because of this. It's like a rebirth, in other words, that's been happening to me. It's like a rebirth. I'm eating different, I'm doing different habits, and yeah, granted, I don't want to die. I want to live longer, to love my beautiful daughters, to love my family, to love my friends, myself, and great people that I haven't even met yet. Isn't it beautiful to have a conversation with a stranger? It is for me. And if we can make changes, no matter when we chose to make those changes, then that's the important part. I said I wouldn't cry when I told you guys the diagnosis, but I don't know, that made me a little bit emotional to just think of not even the word cancer, not even that. Because praise the Lord, the surgery was successful, and I'll tell you guys more about that in another video. But just the fact that, I want to live longer, and don't we all want to live longer, to love longer? Sometimes we get things wrong in life in terms of having our ego like lead us, or, having, those bad feelings of like shame, guilt, or like the ego, jealousy. Like my mom always taught me, like, don't be jealous of what other people have, because everyone because everyone is blessed with what they have, and it is true. You are unique, and I'm confident in that I have like unique things, just like we all do as human beings. So there's nothing to be jealous about. But sometimes, getting back to the story, like sometimes we get caught up into, as human beings in general, I'm not saying like I felt this personally, but we get caught up in different things, when in reality, like, the biggest and most beautiful thing about life is living longer to love longer. Living longer to love longer. And that's actually what made me very emotional. We want to live longer to love longer. Yeah, like, life can be tough and a lot of work sometimes, especially when you are in motion, when you're moving, when you're doing things, and when you're following your passions and getting things done and discovering new things as you go through the process, or when you're just living in life, unexpected things that happen to you, like for example a medical diagnosis, and you just discover new things as you go through it, and yeah, you're moving and you're living. And the biggest thing, guys, the biggest thing, guys and girls, we want to live longer to love longer. So anything that we can do to make that possible, that's what we have to do. I can't believe I got emotional here because I said I would not get emotional for this video. I just wanted to have like as much value as possible for you guys and for anyone experiencing such a diagnosis of cancer. If you've been diagnosed, no matter the stage that you're in the treatment process, I wanted to tell you my story and tell you that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay no matter what happens throughout the journey of it. No matter when we feel strength, when we do, when we have to be a little bit stronger because we have to get up and we don't feel as strong. No matter who stays or leaves our lives, no matter the changes that we have to make, because when you go through such a diagnosis, like I just told you guys, you need to put your health on the forefront. Your health has to be your number one priority, because if you don't have your health, can you have yourself? Can you even be there for your children, for your family? You can't. So when you go through such a diagnosis, you need to make your health number one. And, maybe cancer was a wake-up call. Maybe it was a wake-up call for me. It was a reason for me to give a strong testimony. It was a reason for me to have a rebirth and not even want those foods that are bad for me. Because guess what, guys? It's not even a matter of me consuming the foods that I used to consume that were not good for me. Even though, if you guys know me, you guys know I had my shakes. Whether I made them in 2019 or then my mom started to make them when I joined the teaching program. And I've always been in the gym apart from 2 years when I did a teaching program. And then I started again. So I love the healthy lifestyle. And I have consumed vegetables, but it's like, the saying, guys, I wanted to, okay, I don't remember the saying, but something about the cake. You want to eat your cake, you want the cake and eat it too, something like that. So I was like dipping in both worlds, I would say, the health, but then when I would have my unhealthy food, it would be a lot of it or something. And guys, I know if some of you guys are thinking, did doctors say that me getting cancer if it was because of the foods that I consumed? No. The doctors did not say that. They did not. But I have done my own research, and if you guys go online, take a minute, do your own research. We know that a lot of the foods that are being sold in supermarkets and in big outlets, they cause cancer. We know that. And if I can do something to help myself, then I will. And it's weird, I don't know if my mind with just knowing the diagnosis just doesn't give me all these cravings that I used to have before of ordering Uber Eats this delicious food, or going over here, or I had to go to a restaurant every weekend, and if I went to a restaurant, the foods weren't great, they were greasy and a lot of carbs. So I'm back to what I was telling you guys earlier. For anyone that is going through this, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. We are going to be okay. We got this. Yes, it's an emotional roller coaster, and sometimes we want to cry, scream, yell, and I don't know, we're just confused what is happening. But one thing that we can get confused about is our new routines and habits that we establish for ourselves that are going to help us in a moment like this. So please, please do not think that it's over, because it's not. It's not over. The fact that we woke up breathing today and we're alive and we can walk and we have hands and we have arms and legs and feet, that's already a miracle within itself. So the fact that we are alive and we can do something still, that is truly amazing. We can still do something with our life. We can still choose, that's the word, keyword, choose how we want to live the time that we have left in our lives. Because we don't know what is the time that we have left. We don't know that. Our mom doesn't know, our dad doesn't know, our friends don't know. Only God knows. So hang in there, be strong. You guys are making me get emotional again. I'm happy I was able to get on here and share this with you guys and be transparent about what the diagnosis actually was. But it's going to be okay. We're all gonna be okay, and we got this. Let's make powerful choices every single day with the foods, the information we consume, and make our bodies strong again. And if you're not going through a diagnosis such as this, as I was diagnosed with that word, cancer, it's hard for me to even oh my God, accept it in a way. But yeah, this is what I came to tell you guys. And yeah, so even if you haven't been diagnosed with something like that, or maybe something else, but if you haven't, let this serve as an example of, it's never too late to change your eating habits. It's never too late to be intentional with your time. It's never too late to do what you truly love. And it's never too late to make choices that will benefit you today, tomorrow, and forever, and take care of your health. Because without your health, we can't do anything else. And if you want to live longer, to love longer, then we need to take care of our body, our mind, our spirit, our soul, our emotions. And let's get through this. Let's get through this journey. I'm happy I was able to come here and share with you guys. Let's get through this journey together. And anything that comes our way, face it as strong as possible. All right, guys. Until the next video. Please like, subscribe, share if you found any value to this video. And I can't wait to be back with you guys here soon and meet you guys in the comment section. See you soon.